Addressing personnel safety and security concerns. Welcome to this lesson on addressing personnel safety and security concerns. While cybersecurity and physical security focus on protecting data and infrastructure, ensuring the safety and well-being of employees is just as important. Organizations must implement security measures to protect personnel from workplace violence, insider threats, travel risks, and emergency situations. In this lesson, we will explore key personnel safety concepts, security awareness strategies, and best practices for maintaining a secure work environment. Let's get started. Personnel safety is a critical aspect of security management, ensuring that employees, contractors, and visitors are protected from physical harm, workplace violence, and security threats. Think of personnel safety like a seatbelt in a car. Just as a seatbelt protects passengers from unexpected accidents, security measures protect employees from potential risks inside and outside the workplace. For example, organizations with global operations must implement travel security policies to protect employees from risks such as political instability, natural disasters, and cyber espionage while working abroad. Establish workplace safety policies to protect employees from security threats. Provide security awareness training to help employees recognize potential dangers. Develop emergency response plans for workplace violence, natural disasters, and medical emergencies. Employees traveling for business may face unique security risks, including theft, cyber espionage, and political instability. First, organizations provide travel safety briefings, educating employees on potential risks in their destination country. Second, companies equip employees with secure communication tools such as encrypted messaging apps and VPNs to protect sensitive business data. Third, employees are advised to follow best practices such as avoiding public Wi-Fi networks, securing hotel rooms, and keeping travel plans confidential. For example, an executive traveling to a high-risk region may be provided with a secure travel phone and emergency contact procedures in case of political unrest. Conduct travel security briefings before international business trips. Provide employees with secure communication tools such as VPNs. Encourage employees to follow local safety advisories and avoid high-risk areas. Insider threats refer to employees, contractors, or third parties who intentionally or unintentionally cause harm to an organization through security breaches or data leaks. First, behavior monitoring tools analyze unusual activities such as unauthorized data access or large file transfers. Second, access control policies ensure that employees only have access to the systems and data necessary for their roles. Third, organizations implement strict offboarding procedures to revoke access for employees leaving the company. For example, if an employee downloads large volumes of sensitive files before resigning, security teams can investigate potential data theft. Monitor for unusual behavior that could indicate insider threats. Use least privilege access control to limit data exposure. Ensure departing employees have their access revoked immediately. Organizations must be prepared to handle workplace violence incidents, including threats from disgruntled employees, external attackers, and active shooter situations. First, workplace violence prevention training helps employees recognize warning signs and report suspicious behavior. Second, access control measures such as badge entry systems and security guards restrict unauthorized individuals from entering the premises. Third, emergency response plans provide employees with clear instructions on how to react during violent incidents. For example, a company may implement a run, hide, fight strategy for active shooter situations, training employees to evacuate, find shelter, or defend themselves as a last resort. Conduct workplace violence prevention training for all employees. Use access controls to restrict unauthorized individuals from entering facilities. Develop emergency response plans for workplace violence situations. Social media can expose employees to security risks, including cyberstalking, phishing attacks, and reputational harm. First, security awareness training educates employees on the dangers of oversharing personal and corporate information online. Second, companies implement policies restricting the sharing of confidential business details on public platforms. Third, employees are encouraged to use strong privacy settings and avoid accepting connection requests from unknown individuals. For example, a cybercriminal may impersonate a hiring manager on LinkedIn to trick employees into revealing sensitive company information. Educate employees on the risks of oversharing on social media. Implement policies restricting public sharing of sensitive business information. Encourage strong privacy settings and caution when accepting new connections. While two-factor authentication 2FA enhances security, attackers are increasingly exploiting 2FA fatigue by bombarding employees with repeated authentication requests to trick them into approving unauthorized access. First, security teams educate employees on recognizing 2FA push notification scams and avoiding accidental approvals. Second, organizations implement risk-based authentication, which blocks suspicious login attempts and requires additional verification for high-risk actions. Third, employees are encouraged to use physical security keys or app-based 2FA instead of SMS-based authentication, which is more vulnerable to attacks. For example, an attacker attempting a credential stuffing attack may flood an employee's phone with authentication requests, hoping they accidentally approve access. Train employees to recognize and reject unauthorized 2FA requests. Use risk-based authentication to block suspicious login attempts. Encourage the use of physical security keys for stronger authentication. Organizations must have clear emergency response procedures in place for duress situations, including hostage situations, bomb threats, and medical emergencies. First, employees receive emergency preparedness training covering evacuation procedures, medical response, and crisis communication. Second, security personnel are equipped with duress alarms and panic buttons to silently alert law enforcement during critical incidents. Third, companies conduct periodic drills to test emergency response readiness and ensure employees know how to react. For example, financial institutions may have emergency duress buttons under teller desks to discreetly notify authorities in case of a robbery. Conduct emergency preparedness training for all employees. Use duress alarms to silently alert security teams of dangerous situations. Regularly test emergency response plans through drills. Now, let's summarize what we've learned about addressing personnel safety and security concerns. Personnel safety measures protect employees from workplace violence, travel risks, and cyber threats. Travel security policies safeguard employees from theft, espionage, and political instability. Insider threat monitoring helps detect and prevent internal security breaches. Workplace violence prevention and access control measures enhance security. Social media security awareness reduces the risk of cyberstalking and phishing attacks. Emergency preparedness and duress response plans ensure employees know how to react to crises. By implementing these best practices, organizations can create a safer and more secure work environment for all employees. This concludes our module on addressing personnel safety and security concerns. Congratulations on completing Domain 7, Security Operations.